Hello, it's Kat here with a live stream, a little teaser of a guest who you are going to want to hear the full-length interview dropping this Friday, not probably this actual Friday of this recording because it is a Friday when we're recording. And if you're watching this live, you know that. But this mini-sode will drop on Monday, and you are definitely going to want to come back and hear the whole thing. I have here before me Christopher Hill. Christopher, in the means of time, since we've only got a few minutes, can you please introduce yourself so I make sure I don't miss anything?
Okay, Kat. I'm the founder of Hands Up Holidays and Impact Destinations, two eco-luxury philanthropic travel brands, one that involves hands-on helping, the other, Impact Destinations, is where your funds will enable the experts to do what they do best and unlock a unique experience for yourself.
So powerful. And you're going to want to hear us expand on all of that. One example was helping with a sex trafficking issue where you're specifically supporting that raid taking place. I hope I'm using the right language.
Yep.
And you get to hear from the experts who go in on the front end and the back end how that work that you're helping make happen is happening. So powerful, so powerful. Another thing we touch on is othering and how this kind of travel can really help us deepen our sense of humanity. You shared some really powerful stories, like, wow, tearing up a little bit. But let's just touch on your own personal origin story for 30 seconds so people understand the real heart of why you started doing this and started this company.
Yeah, sure. It was a trip I took back in 2002 down to South Africa, where in addition to going on safari and exploring the wonders of Cape Town and the winelands and the garden route, I also got the opportunity to help build a house for a family in one of the township slum areas just outside of Cape Town. And through that experience, it changed my life. And that was really because in contrast to all the other travel I'd done, I actually got to gain a deep insight into the lives of the family that we were building alongside and hear their stories and share some laughs with them, which Kat just mentioned about that othering, and it becomes impossible when you engage in that way.
Yeah. Yeah, we touched on something I learned in grad school, which is the quadruple bottom line. You'll want to hear the whole thing to understand what that is. But I think as we wrap up, something I was really touched on is when you became a father, right? And you started seeing things a little bit differently through your children's eyes and through the whole family and how you design these trips for whole groups, right? And hearing that one of the families you worked for, when it came time for the holidays, and I know there's someone out there thinking about what they're going to get their kids or what trip they're going to take, will you tell us what they called you and told you their children wanted to do after the experience of one of your trips?
Yeah, so they came back. They were helping build a library at a school, and the holiday season came up, and they contacted me and said, "Guess what? Our kids have said they don't want their gifts this Christmas. They want to send their gifts to the children that they were interacting with at the school."
So good. So many more stories like that. That's just one of many. We also unpack what makes something eco-luxury. And one of my favorite things that you look at when you're deciding who to work with is how many locals do they employ? Love that. I know my local friends out there are like, what? This guy's great. So, anyways, you heard it here. If you want to go and check out Christopher Hill's business, this will all be in the show notes, but go ahead and let them know where to find you, please, Christopher.
Two websites, handsupholidays.com and impactdestinations.com.
Yes, we also go a little deeper into the distinctions between both companies so you better understand if you have kids or don't have kids and what kind of work and mission you're feeling called to on your next vacation. So thank you so much, Christopher. Thank you, listeners. If you loved this, share it with a friend, subscribe, follow along. It means the world to us. And thank you so much for coming in on the other side of the world. What time is it over there, by the way?
It is 10 a.m. here.
All right, top of the morning. We're looking at, later in the day over here. But anyways, probably a different day than you. But
Yeah.
whenever you hear this, thank you so much for the work that you're doing, and please share it with a friend. This work is absolutely life-changing. So thank you, Christopher. Take care, everybody. Or good day. We
Bye.
say good day.
Yeah.
All right, good day.